Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Blank Park Zoo Express here at Wallaroo Crossing. My name is Steve, and I get to show you around and talk to you a little bit about the zoo. You know, as the lead driver, I always get to be the one, too, that gets to listen to any comments, thoughts, or anything you might express with me as you exit the train here in a little while. I guess, though, 38 years of teaching and coaching from the high school through the university, trust me, I got a few suggestions were given to me during the course of my career, so I'm okay with it anyway. Hey, I do want to remind everybody, please stay seated at all times. Keep your arms and legs inside the car. Should something fall out, let me know when we get back here. We'll get it picked up. We'll get it brought back to you here at the depot. Every time this train has gone out that I've been driving it, I've always had a little question or a sentence or something that I've asked the young people when they got on board, and it kind of comes up a random draw. Well, this is the one that came up for this train. Why did the turtle have a bad time with her date? Why did the turtle have a bad time with her date? When we come back down by the loading dock here, I will have an answer, and we will see if it matches yours. All right, then.
Say hi.
Well, that was kind of
Hi,
anemic.
Willow.
Anyway, we are all aboard, and like, what do they say? We're off like a can of bug spray? Our zoo opened its gates over a half a century ago, believe it or not. Back then, we were called the Des Moines Children's Zoo, primarily a petting zoo centered around a series of nursery rhyme themes. We had a castle, we even had an ark back then. Bob Elgin was our director. Now we are 49 acres large, 2,400 animals strong. We're the only AZA fully accredited zoo in the state of Iowa. As such, it drives us towards a program called SAFE. At least that's the acronym for it. It means saving animals from extinction. Important to those of us that work here because our mission is to inspire an appreciation of the natural world through conservation, education, research, and recreation. And now as I get the final car around the corner there, you get a great view of the Kids Kingdom Pond and the Kids Kingdom. Out there in that pond are all kinds of domesticated koi fish, orange, black, gray, spotted. Normally, if it wasn't for the bird flu, you'd be able to feed them off that dock. Also, after the bird flu is out of the state, our two trumpeter swans, Miso and Tofu, will return. We're looking forward to that time. Up in the kingdom itself, 24 goats. 2 llamas, Dolly and Gigi. I've had reports today that Dolly, being a good, true, healthy llama with her 3 compartmentalized tummies and 2 great eyes, has been spitting. It's been carrying clear across the path. Might want to pet her off to the side for sure. There's a mini donkey in there by the name of Papa. All of those guys are waiting to say hi to you, and as soon as maybe the ride's over, you'll get over there and say hi to them. Well, as Little Red pulls the train up the hill here, certainly give a shout out to the people over here at the Airbrush Tattoo Parlor. Well, they're quite the artisans over there. Line doesn't look long, so I'm sure if that interests you, they can get you right in. On the other side of those black fences, you'll take a quick glimpse there of Hub Harbor, home to the sea lions and the seals, and our new seal pup, Mira. So much fun to watch her. In here are 2 African lions, Deuce and his companion, Zarina, and they may have gone in. No, there's Deuce. There's Deuce. And I think that's Zarina actually back there, laying up against the fence line. Pretty easy to tell the difference between a male and a female lion. That male will always have that big fur coat around their neck called a mane. The darker the mane, the older the lion. Zarina, I know she had her head down, but I would love for you to see her. I'm prejudiced, I understand that, but I just think she's a gorgeous, gorgeous lioness. You know, back in my day, because I'm kind of old, we might say she was the cat's meow. Lions can reach 500 pounds, run 50 miles an hour, and when they roar, it travels for at least 5 miles. Our Amur tigers stay here. They're from Siberia. Luca is inside for the day. That's Misha over there, I believe. Kind of fun to see them together because, like your fingerprints, no 2 tiger stripes are the same in the world. Tigers get to be bigger than lions. Oh, they'll reach 700 pounds, run 60 miles an hour. Did you drive here today? Did you go 60 miles an hour? Can you imagine having one of those guys just pedaling along right outside you? It'd be kind of fascinating. Over here now, This is where the gibbons hang out, Siam and Chas. They've been in the rafters all day long, but they may be down in the front yard. Gibbons are members of the ape family. As such, like all apes, they're tailless. Very strong appendages, though. They're on the smaller side of the ape species. Spend a lot of time in treetops avoiding predators, or they can literally fly through the air, 30, 35 miles an hour, swinging 30 or 40 feet at a time. I find most fascinating, though, is how they communicate with one another, and that's by singing. It's very enjoyable. Next up's the African boardwalk. The sign above it says Jama Kwa. That's Swahili. Voice of the African continent, actually. Means connected. And oh wow, are we connected to Africa. We have eastern black rhinos. We have Nyalas, that antelope, Nelly, Helly, and Jelly. Red river hogs. We have Addixes with those wavy horns and their new baby Perkins. We have an okapi up there. Looks like a zebra from the back, but actually is related to the giraffes. We have 4 giraffes. Our giraffes are reticulated, and that means they have white piping throughout their entire body. Jacoby's 17 feet, Sky and Zola about 14. Roz, born a year ago, is already 10 feet tall. You know, anybody ever know why a giraffe's neck is so long? Well, what I heard was they can't stand the smell of their feet. I don't know if I believe that, though, or not. I think I heard somebody yelling about the zebras up there, maybe the best identifiable animal in the kingdom, zebras. That black and white striping, experts are beginning to realize, actually has a purpose, and that is to ward off biting flies. Those experts just aren't real sure whether a zebra is a black animal with white stripes or a white animal with black stripes, and that's a question for them to resolve. Well, we're heading in the tunnel here. We're on our way back for sure. It's very, very dark in here, but no worries. I'm up front, and I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. And I guess if you're back there and you can see in the tunnel, I have only one thing to say to you. You have tunnel vision. Now we're going to be calling all of our animals by name, and that's by choice. We like the fact that they're individuals with their own personality. We even have an adopted animal program. If it interests you, see me or the depot manager, we'll get you head in the right direction. When we were on our way out, you probably noticed the 2 Cenarius vultures in there. If you don't see them right now, you'll see them when you're walking around. Cenarius vultures, like the gibbons, are from Eurasia. Those vultures can have upwards of 12-foot wingspan with capability of 1,000 feet. They've actually been seen on Mount Everest. The Amur tigers like solitude. They enjoy being alone. Matter of fact, it's said in the wild, a male can hunt an area of 700 miles by himself. They've been hunted to almost total extinction for that pretty, pretty fur. Quite the opposite of these guys. These guys are really, really social. Matter of fact, down in the savannah in Africa, where they come, they'll travel in large groups, upwards of 30 lions in a group. I'll bet you know that name. Pride. They're called a pride. The male will hunt. Check that. The male protects the pride. The female hunts. I've got 2 more on the front side. 2 more. African lions, Katie and Nemo. Say hi to them when you're on the walkabout. We can't see them from the train, of course. As we swing back around Big Bend and head into the depot, if you're on social media, visit our website. Join our Facebook page, learn about our conservation effort programs. Something like Plant, Grow, Fly, where we encourage gardeners to include native pollinators like the milkweed in their garden. Someplace for the monarch butterflies to deposit. I'm sorry for the stop, but I had a duck and his little gosling coming along. Even though not members of the zoo, we certainly respect the life. Maybe you enjoy Stop the Straw. Take the pledge if you would. Trying to reduce the amount of disposable plastic straws in our environment. Experts tell us we go through 170 to 200 million a day. A lot of that plastic is heading towards the oceans, where experts say, hey, less than 10 years, plastic in the ocean is going to outweigh the fish. We've all known for a long time that the ocean is an integral part of the ecosystem. We've got to learn from it to be better stewards of the land, actually. You know, a man once said, to light up the darkness and show us the way, though we are strangers in your silent world. To live in the land, we must learn from the sea. Challenging for us landlocked islands, but aquariums such as ours in the Discovery Center, what's a bit of a window for we can peek through and maybe learn a little bit about what he alluded to. On your right, well, that's Batson Island for the wallabies. Yeah, wallabies are all over there. Wallabies are marsupial, is about a third to half the size of a kangaroo. Males are Jack, females Jills, and the baby in the pouch is called a Joey most of the time. Anastasia is the emu to the left. She's kind of jealous that she didn't get to come out and see us today. Instead, Buzz and Godzilla are over here. Emus are the second largest bird in the world. Different from the ostrich, though, the largest bird, because they have a middle toe, the emus do. Helps them get up speeds 30, 35 miles an hour. Big Bird, our castaway's been in the corner all day. I don't know if he was a naughty bird or not, but he's been in that corner. He's certainly a significant bird because they're gardeners of the rainforest. They help keep that floor clean. Now, all those guys are called rat-tights. They're birds with wings and feathers. They just don't fly. Thank you for getting on board today. Make sure you visit the gift shop on your way out. Oh, by the way, the answer to your question was, why did he get back? He wouldn't come out of his shell. I need to stay on the train and hide. I think I heard booze.
Hi, Willow.